Hi, I'm Matty Holden and this is my first video about being positive and feeling good. Now before I start, I want to make it very clear that there's going to be no woo-woo in these videos. I'm not going to be making any spiritual or mystical claims. I'm a big believer in science and reason and rational thought. So all I'm really going to be doing is talking about all the good ideas that I've discovered over the years, either personally or through other people's work. I'm also pretty sure that most of you will have heard a lot of these ideas before, but I'm also pretty certain that most of you will have forgotten about them or stopped acting on them. So one of the main aims of this video is to encourage myself and you to be more positive and to encourage us all to spread as much positivity around as possible. And if you do that, I pretty much guarantee that you'll feel good. Another one of the main messages of this video is that once you start trying to be positive, you will find that it's self-fulfilling. You'll notice a lot more opportunities to be positive and to spread the positivity around. And you'll also notice that the amount of time that you spend not feeling good and not being positive will reduce drastically. You'll catch yourself when you're not feeling great and you'll do something about it, either change the way you think or the way you behave. So good luck and I hope you enjoy this video. Even my little baby girl was teaching me about life soon after she was born. Look at that cheeky and contented smile. Look closely at her left hand. So she was teaching me to be content with anything I've got. Always be cheeky and give the bird to anybody that deserves it. Thank you, sweetie. Me and my work colleagues enjoy roasting each other all the time. Not that type of roasting, I mean taking the piss, making fun of each other. One of my close friends, Rob Friedman, he taught me a lot about this, because whenever you took the mickey out of him, he enjoyed it more than you. He laughed his head off, and I thought, I need to get some of this. So I know it's not a big secret, but learn to laugh at yourself, take the mick out of each other all the time, and you'll definitely increase your positivity and feel good about yourself. So at work, the thing that everybody takes the mick out of me about is my big nose. And to that end, one of my birthdays, they all got me this. An enormous Vicks Sinex inhaler. Thank you. Now, if you're lucky enough to have spawned some offspring with a natural talent, or you're close to anybody with a talent, I encourage you to experience what they can offer as often as possible, like this.
And you can tell everybody that this is a song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is. Now you're in the world.
Can you imagine how good I feel right now? Well, that brings me nicely onto my next topic, which is feelings and emotions. I believe very passionately that we should be emotional and express our emotions as often as possible. I believe that we should feel things as deeply as possible, like love, even if that leaves us open to pain and being hurt. It's feelings and emotions, in my opinion, that make life worth living and make you feel most alive. I also believe you should allow yourself to feel emotions like pain and sadness. If you don't fight these feelings, I believe that they disappear much more quickly and you can actually feel positive. Now it might seem strange to talk about crying on a video about positivity, but I cry all the time and it feels great. I don't mean like sobbing, like I just mean like tears rolling down my cheeks. For example, me and my daughter went to watch Rocket Man, the film about Elton John, and during that film they started singing Your Song, and your song was the first song that I heard my daughter sing live in front of people with a microphone, and she sounded amazing. It was one of the best times of my life, and watching that film brought all those feelings and emotions flooding back, and tears were rolling down my face in the middle of the cinema, and I felt great. Now, at the opposite end of the scale, I recently lost my grandparents, which obviously are two of the closest people in the world to me, and it hurt and I was in pain. However, whenever I felt like crying, I just let myself cry, and whenever I felt like shit, I let myself feel like shit. And I believe that being like this allowed me to be a lot more positive in the moment, drastically reduce the amount of time that I was suffering or in pain. Which brings me on to another thing. I believe if you can laugh and joke in these times of adversity, it makes you bulletproof. So my advice to people, especially us men who are rubbish at expressing our emotions, is just be emotional. You know, cry. I believe it's very attractive. And don't forget to do lots of this. I wanted to talk about some quick and simple ways you can instantly increase the positivity in the world. One of which is when you're driving, just let people out of junctions as often as possible. It costs you nothing, and it might drastically improve their mood. It might even restore their faith in humanity. Some other ones are the obvious ones, like try to always smile at people, be nice, do kind things for each other, compliment each other all the time. And a personal favourite of mine is give people a hug as often as possible, as often as is appropriate, and as long as they're happy to receive that hug, just do it. It makes them feel like they matter to you, which they do, and it also makes you feel good. So give that a go. Another way to instantly increase your positivity and feel good is to get funky in your front room with the Stanton Warriors. I got my next idea for increasing the positivity in the world by reading YouTube comments. I think most people know that the comments section of YouTube videos is full of people getting into heated arguments, which usually end up with them insulting each other. So my idea is this, not just with YouTube, just in any situation where you're in a discussion with someone or arguing with someone about something, you're obviously trying to persuade them to think like you, and they're doing the same. So what I would suggest is just try and let your arguments do the convincing, and if your arguments aren't good enough to do that, then just agree to disagree. Also be open to having your mind changed. Just whatever you do, don't resort to name calling and belittling each other and trying to win the contest by coming up with the wittiest or hardest hitting put down. So give that a go. If you're really lucky like me to have good friends that supply you with a modelling amp, with a looper, and then lend you their guitar, then you've got a really good method of staying positive and feeling good. By the way, I'm only a beginner, so don't be too harsh on me. So when I improvise on the guitar like that, I get into a bit of a trance. I'm not thinking about anything, I'm not worrying about anything. I'm just completely there in the moment, enjoying myself. Which brings me on to the last subject in this video anyway, which is choice. I believe in any situation, good or bad, you always have a choice about how to think and behave and how to feel and how positive to be in that situation. For example, if you go to a concert, which is one of the best things you can do in my opinion, so I recommend you do that as often as you possibly can. You can choose to be completely there in the moment, maximising the enjoyment of the experience, or you can distract yourself by trying to film it. It's up to you, but I know which I'd rather do. Like I said earlier, I also believe that in bad situations you can choose how to think and behave, how to feel and how positive to be. Fortunately for me, I recently had the chance to put my theories to the test in a big way. After many years out in the cold, I came out of retirement and into a relationship with an amazing girl who I was attracted to in every way and who I had an amazing time with. Unfortunately, it came to an end, and in that moment I could have chosen to be really sad and bitter and angry, but luckily for me I didn't. I chose to allow myself to feel the pain. I told my friends and family I was going to be sulking for a few days and then be back to relative normality, which I did, so I'm really pleased with myself about that. And that allows me to look back at the experience with a lot more positivity. I can remember it as one of the best times of my life, and she also woke me up to the person I really am. She helped me to remember who I really was. So if she ever watches this video, I want to say thank you for one of the best times in my life and for waking up this dormant volcano of positivity. Well, that's it for now, although I've got lots more to show you and to talk about. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it encourages you to feel more positive and to help other people be more positive. And if we all do that, I'm sure we're all going to feel amazing. If you feel like it, please like this video and share it with as many people as possible. Feel free to leave a comment of any kind and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Take care, and hopefully you'll be back for the next episode. Bye.